Hi everyone, I'm Jen and I'm here as your spiritual universal teacher. I'm here to actually now explain to you the 5 sections or the 5 divisions that I was making up for you so that you know how to use a protocol for the cold and flu or how to build your bulletproof immune body. Now, this is not the complete formulations and the therapies and the formulas and everything that I have that I can give you, but everything that I have here on the board is actually written on the PDFs that the little booklets that I will give out with all these classes that I actually make. That way you can actually have a whole list of all the formulas, a whole list of all the ingredients, the vitamins, the minerals, the foods, everything that you need will be there in documentation in hard copy, not just if you download this and you've got it also on video by me talking about it. So I'd like to explain just a few things, is that this is also not to confuse you too much. This is really huge and I try not to complicate it too much, but this is my whole life's work. And if you even just do a third of this, you will be super healthy. I've been very fortunate to be able to study and to go into depth into all of these topics, all of these ingredients, all of these teachings and trainings and therapies. And I can give you not only clinical experience, I can give you actual experience that I've actually been practicing on myself and on my clients, including my family. So I'd like you to just spend a little bit of time just to go through it with me a little bit. Now, when it gets a little bit complicated or you're just not sure about certain things, or you might feel you have an allergy or something, the most important thing I tell everyone is that you first must try a little bit of it, or most importantly, make sure that it is organic and that it is at its purest form that you can have it at. Now, there are other things that I do use medically, as well as in a sense of a powerful herbal remedies, and I use those only when other things are not working, because when I do my practice, in other words, when I do my healing, I incorporate not just exercises, not just herbal medicine. I incorporate acupuncture, massage. I incorporate all sorts of different therapies which will suit you or which will suit the individual. So it's important that you first work out what you feel is going to benefit you, okay? And if you have a question to ask me, or if you have some topic that you want to talk about, or if you're not sure about how to mix something, I can give you the formulas that I use on my family and of course on my clients, and I can show you how to do things that you wouldn't have thought were possible. And I'm also going to demonstrate that in the Barefoot Doctor Kitchen, as well as I'm going to demonstrate that in the Barefoot Doctor Clinic. And I'm going to demonstrate, of course, all the martial arts and the yoga and the Tai Chi and so forth. So that way you can actually get to learn it like you're learning it directly from the teacher. In the future, I see actually that we would be able to do this on a virtual reality, which would be wonderful. I never thought this would be possible, but now in the future, we can get to so many people and I can get my information out to you so that you can really benefit from learning these arts that will give you happiness and will give you longevity. So the first thing I'm going to go through is the herbs and spices. Now, remember the first section was the herbs and spices. Now, the herbs and spices, there are some of them things there that you're going to see, especially like these ones here. These ones here are basically very much used in almost most fields of the Western, homeopathy and the Western type of medicine that they use for herbs and spices. There is a larger list, which I will give you when you join and enroll into the school, and then I can send you the PDFs and I can get to really understand and to know what you know and what you can use from the PDF that I actually send you, which is a hard copy. Now, you'll find that these ones here are very much in the Asian field of the Chinese herbal medicine, which has been used for tens of thousands of years. And then you've got the ashwagandha and you've got the turmeric and then of course ginkgo biloba, and also cayenne peppers. And these are also used in the Ayurvedic medicine. So I always tell you that I combine all the medicines of the world. There are a lot of other things that I do, which are more kept quiet because of certain industries do not like you to speak about it. And I will get into that in more detail as we continue through these courses of health and longevity. So these are the basic herbs and spices, okay? And it's going to be up to you which ones you want to use, which ones you can mix. You can put into your soups, you can put into your herbal medicine regime, or you can just take them individually in the morning with teas, okay? And there's so many ways you can take them. I will explain to you and I will help you to go through that process. I will give you the knowledge that I've accumulated over 50 years and many more, that you can actually do this all yourself, okay? All you need to do is just find the supplier, make sure it's all organic and picked in the right place where it's not polluted or chemically treated. So now I'll go to the second section, which is the food, vitamins, minerals, and oils. Now, I get into a lot of detail in this, and I've got classes after classes. I've got enough classes to take you for 10 years of the knowledge that I have about basically food, vitamins, minerals, and oils. Now, I used to be a very, very big pill popper. I used to take a lot of vitamins, Blackmore time-sustained vitamins. I used to take so many different types of vitamins. But when I found out that they were not only synergy-wise, they didn't contain the energy that you can get from the natural source without the processing, without the binders, the fillers, the excipients, and all the things that make the pill, you then realize that it's better to get your minerals, your vitamins, and all the nutritional values and the oils from the natural sources of the food that we've been so lucky to have. So if you look at it here, just very, very quick basics for you that you can run through, but I do have a very large list, which I told you I will give you on a PDF format, so that way you can always understand and study it in more detail. But the most important ones in the vitamins are vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin A, and vitamin D. Now, I have a lot to talk about those vitamins, and I will in future lessons, but at this moment I keep it brief. And then we've got, of course, the cashews and the walnuts, which are the best nuts for these kind of circumstances because they contain certain types of nutrients that actually calm you down and relax you. So these are very important to take, especially at this time when your immune system is under attack, or when you feel that you're going to get sick or you're not feeling well, okay? And then, of course, you've got the most important element is zinc. But zinc does not absorb into your body and doesn't come through unless it comes through with other elements like selenium, chromium. And these are other topics I'll talk about as we go along. Now, you can get your zincs, of course, you can get them from legumes, from beans, you can get them from grains, and also from oysters. So it's important to understand that you get all your minerals, your vitamins, and everything from whole foods, probably and most likely organic and unprocessed. If it isn't organic and it's processed, you're not going to get the nutrition that you're going to need. Now, of course, if you look here, you've got the usual chickpeas, you've got the usual apples, strawberries, spinach, broccoli, and all these kind of things with onions, ginger. You can put them into soups, and I'll teach you that in the Barefoot Doctor Kitchen about how to make your beautiful stews for your immune systems, and it's got all this great stuff in it, including the Chinese herbology as well as Ayurvedic, which I've put into those soups together with the vegetables. And of course, you've got fruits, which are very important. It gives you energy and gives you the sugars that you need for the energy to fight the infection. Now, the next important thing I would like to talk about is Section 3. Now, Section 3 is also it's just a very good regime that you can use as a backup when you find that these are working all right, but you're not getting enough quicker healing or enough quicker regeneration. And these have been some of the best in my, I call it the the Barefoot doctor's, basic, first aid kit. And what I do is I use these as I call it the maintenance. And now maintenance is probably the best thing you can ever do. And what I call by maintenance is the old saying is that prevention is better than the cure. And this is what I use when it comes to maintenance. So we've got this patent herb which is called Yin Chow, which is a very patent herbal medicine, always designed for prevention for colds and flus. Very, very, very good, very effective if you can get a good quality herbal formula of Yin Chow. Another one is white flower oil, which I use when I put it into saunas and I put it onto my my handkerchief and I breathe it in, and it's got a whole lot of oils, essential oils, and a whole lot of beautiful ingredients in it, which I will talk in details in future classes when it comes to all these kind of medicinals and formulas. Then, of course, my most famous and most amazing cold and flu tonic elixir is this one here. And what is it? Well, it's so simple to make. All you got to do is chop up the cayenne pepper, radish, garlic, onion, apple cider vinegar, mix it all together, let it sit for up to, the longer you let it sit, but you let it sit for minimum 2 weeks, 10 days to 14 days. And you let it sit fermenting in a cool, dry place. And now, once you do that, what happens is that the apple cider vinegar acts as a carrier, and it pulls all that nutrition, all that special healing properties of the cayenne pepper, the radish and everything and so forth. And when you take a spoonful of that in the morning before you eat, or if you take a spoonful of that before you go to sleep, that will absolutely be the best thing you can do for prevention for colds and flus. Now, I've increased that formula using specific and very potent, powerful Chinese herbal remedies that have been used for centuries. And I incorporate that and I put that into that cold and flu tonic formula. And you're looking at Lingji. Lingji is the Ganoderma mushrooms. You're looking at cordyceps, unbelievable fungal mushroom, which is great for the lungs, for respiratory, right? Then you've got your red ginseng, which is 6 years old. You've got to make sure it's not the white one, which is only 1 or 2 years old. It doesn't contain as much nutritional and long life-giving energy and regeneration like red ginseng does. Then, of course, you've got Hishewu, astragalus, and goji berries, and you mix all that together in the right proportions, and I will teach you how to do that. So do not worry that this looks really complicated and you just can't do it. I can go through it with you step by step and make a routine schedule of how you can do this and how you can heal yourself as your own doctor. Do it yourself, okay? So this is a really good portion that I like to call my maintenance. And if you maintain that, and I've got a whole lot of other things that keeps you at a super strength. And I have not seen a doctor for more than 35 years. So I can tell you now, it's very easy to keep yourself healthy. Just be vigilant in what you eat, what you drink, and of course, how do you think, okay? Now, the next one, of course, is one of my favorites, as I started when I was about 6 years old, and that is exercise and breathing therapies, and of course, all the other ancient, therapies of healing. Now, I can't do all of them, of course, but I do nearly a very large amount of them because I've been doing acupuncture for more than 3 decades, and I've also been doing Chinese herbology, bone setting, which is an ancient form of chiropractic medicine, and I've been doing massage for, I would say, more than 40 years. So I have a lot of clinical experience and I have a lot of experience in actual on-hands treating people. So you've got to just ask me and I will give you what will suit you and what will help you. And I'll explain to you how you can do it, or you can get your wife, or you can get your husband, or you can get someone in your family or someone who's a friend who's like you, would like to help you. Then you can teach them how to do it and they can do it to yourselves, or you can both help each other. So the next part and I want to talk about is not just the alternative therapies, but you've got also the Tai Chi. And Tai Chi, I say to people, it is a martial art, but it's an ancient form of martial art where you're using another person's energy against themselves. But why Tai Chi? I call it a moving meditation, because most people, they might not want to learn martial arts. They might not want to learn how to defend themselves, but this will be a great exercise, like doing Taibo, like doing aerobics, like doing any exercises. This is a slow motion, moving meditation, and you're able to breathe, you're able to move your energy, you're able to feel all parts of your body, just it's an amazing feeling. And I tell people, you need to just do it and you'll just feel amazed at what happens. And the other one, which is my favorite, is earthing or sun gazing. And then, of course, the breathing exercises. So I will get into all of these in details. All I need to do is to ask you, or for you to ask me, what is it that you want to learn? And I will make those videos, and I'll make the classes, and I will go live sometimes so you can ask me questions and we can actually get to know each other, and that way we can help each other. Now, the last section is probably your most important, because remember, the mind is always the key. The mind is everything that you do, everything that you think, everything that you do, everything that you eat, everything is by the mind. So what I've done is I've created the most simple type of meditation. I've been doing meditation for over 35 years, and I've never complicated it. I've always made it simple. I made it so simple that even a child does it. My children meditate. I teach them how to meditate. What I don't do is I don't complicate it. I make it simple. The Buddha always had it simple, and that was just breathing meditation. That's all it is, breathing. Okay? So you've got different types of meditation. You've got a standing meditation where you stand still and meditate. You've got, of course, a walking meditation where you can walk. And I teach all of these. And if you go to my YouTube channel, Sifu Gen Sam, the Barefoot Doctor, you will see that on those videos, I have all the topics that I'm talking about, and they will come as I keep on making more of them. I have a lot of them to upload, so please be patient as I try to upload them as fast as I can. And of course, we have moving meditation, which is the Tai Chi I was talking about, and He Gong or Qi Gong, which you can learn. It's a form of energy absorbing exercise. And then, of course, you've got the sitting meditation, which everyone knows of, and lying one. The lying one I don't always recommend because you end up falling asleep. So try not to, get stressed when you see this huge list of things that, you sort of got to learn or whatever. You don't really have to learn it. All you got to do is just pick what you want that's going to be useful for you, your family, or whoever you're trying to heal or help. Okay. Now, the next portion that I want to just talk about is a little bit of what I'm going to show you on what I call is the bone broths, and then you've got your teas, and then you've got your essential oils being vaporized. Okay. And then the last one is superfoods. And then, of course, this is the things that you'll learn as you learn to become a great healer. So what I want to explain just quickly so you can get to understand it is that in this section here of the teas, I always recommend to actually have these kind of teas when you are actually in a cold, flu, or an immune suppressed condition. Now, people have asked me, and they look at this and they say, oh, how the hell do I have a pineapple tea? Well, a pineapple tea is easy to make. You just cut up the edge of the pineapple, take the head off it, and you cut up the skin, and you chop it up a little bit, and you put it into water and boil it up. And then when you pour it, it's amazing. It's a beautiful taste. It's almost like a taste of pineapple. But it's far more potent because most of your nutrition and most of your elements of what you will get from the fruits or the vegetables is inside the skin. A lot of nutritionists will tell you that. Now, the next one is the vaporizing with essential oils. Now, these are probably one of the most powerful. Some of the ones that I know of, which are in the list of the PDF pamphlet that I will give you, is actually, they're on the list, but they're quite expensive. And I sort of tried to avoid having to spend too much money on products and things that you probably don't necessarily need, and you can actually have these. Remember, I have a far more larger array of information, because you can use what they call the 5 P's. You can use also frankincense. There's so many different things you can use, but I just stick to the basics that have been used for centuries as well. And as you can see, oregano, echinacea, tea tree, these are all antibacterial, antiviral. One of my favorites is black seed oil. I take that regularly. It keeps me unbelievable. I mean, I'm going to 60 and I feel like I'm 30. I don't have any illnesses. So I must be doing something right. Now, of course, bone broths, you can have the vegan, vegetarian ones, or you can have the actual bone broths, which comes from chicken soups, or they use beef, the beef bones or the hoof of the cow or the oxen. Now, my other favorites, which I've been promoting for more than 30 years in my practice, is these superfoods. Now, while I tell every family and every one of my clients and everyone I meet, I tell them that this must be in your kitchen all the time. And I put them into my soups, I put them into my juices, I put them into my shakes, I take them as much as I can in almost everything that I eat. And what are they? Very simple, and I will explain a lot more about them. And that is, very simply, if you look over here, it's the spirulina, maca, moringa, okay, and chlorella, the broken cell chlorella. Now, superfoods are absolutely your lifesavers. Why? It's because they contain nearly the full spectrums of everything that you need. And when you combine that with all the vegetables, with all the things I've given you here, you have a complete diet. Now, I tell people there's no such thing as a diet, because everyone is so unique and everyone is so different, everyone's so conditioned. I tell everyone it's not a diet, it's a food eating habit. And I have it, and I think everyone else has it. We are very habitual creatures, and we love to do the same things we've always done. So this is the superfood range that I recommend you to always have inside your kitchen cupboards, or especially put them in a place where you can always use them, especially when you need energy, especially when you're sick and ill. And then, of course, I'll be teaching you all about tinctures, elixirs, tonics, and herbal formula fermentations. I will go into probiotics, I will go into a whole lot of other things, but this is just a very short class on how to build your immune system in this time, especially now when you have no excuse. You're sitting at home and you're looking for some answers, or you're looking for something. Well, I'm giving it to you here, and I'm giving it to you here now, and you can choose which ones you like to take, what's going to benefit you. And then, of course, don't forget that this is not the complete form, or not the complete list, and that you can always talk to me, and I can talk to you by webcam, one-on-one. And everything I talk to you or whatever I say is usually done in the privacy, of course, between us. And I usually do not record it unless you wish me to record it with you. And then I can always upload it if you feel that you're okay with that. I will be getting into live streaming, and I will be getting into webcam communication shortly. I'm just trying to get all this information edited, uploaded, and ready for you, so that way I can actually assist you better, because then I can tell you which video you can go to which has all the information you're looking for. Okay, So I hope you enjoy that. I hope you are well, and I hope you are not wasting your time, but actually practicing and training to create a higher purpose for yourself, and of course, helping yourself and others. Now may you be well and happy. Namaste.